what's up? Travel Chronicles, Chapter 55, Subset B, or Subset 2. I think Subset B is what I've been going with. On my way home, I was thinking about the health stuff. I didn't get to say everything that I wanted to. I know the thing before was kind of long, but just to kind of continue with that a little bit. When I was talking about losing weight, look, I'm not anti-body positivity or anything like that. Like, if you feel good about your size, your weight, whatever, awesome. This isn't anything like that. Like, oh, you have to lose weight, you have to look like this, you have to be like this. No, it's not anything like that. I'm just saying, for me personally, I got to a point where, physically I needed to lose weight. I could feel it in my joints and stuff, a little bit, where the knees would be, feel weak. And I got to a point once where I was in the car and I leaned over to tie my shoe, and I kind of felt something in the way, and I went to move it out of the way so I could bend over, but I couldn't because it was my stomach. And when your fat begins to limit your mobility and what you're able to do on a daily basis, that can be a huge wake-up call. And that's kind of what it was for me. It was like, that was the line of demarcation where it's like, all right, I'm 220 pounds. I'm never going to be this fat again. I can't do it. I don't want to function at this weight anymore. I'm going to lose weight. And it was kind of like I have to do this now kind of moment. And I can see how people can get by that point, or maybe they're like, oh, well, this is just a part of life, just gaining weight and getting bigger every year. And you know what? It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be. You can't eat like you did when you were 18. Especially when your activity level drops, your metabolism drops. That makes it harder. You've got to plan your meals a little better. If you get an opportunity maybe to skip a meal every once in a while, or just have a real small meal, sometimes you just got to take those opportunities and say, okay, I'm just going to have a snack tonight, to try and gain a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you feel good about where you're at, cool. But if you want to lose weight, those things, and I'll just go over them real quickly here, kind of what I had laid out, and this is in no particular order, all right? One of the things is switch to protein. Like, get a lot of protein in your diet. It's hard for your body to digest, so it uses a little bit more energy. It's worth, I think, 4 calories per gram, but it actually uses a little bit more energy. Drink water. Drink a lot of water. I forgot that one before. Because then your body's working, it's processing stuff, it's actually doing stuff. Even if you don't need it, if you're adequately hydrated, you can drink a little bit more water than what you need, and it's not gonna, I don't think it'll hurt you. Probably don't drink a lot right at bedtime. 2, get a good look at your calorie intake. Record the stuff. There's apps on your phone. It's easy to do. I did it for about 2 months. It's not something you have to do for the rest of your life. You just need to figure out what you're eating, how many calories is in it, and what your daily caloric intake is. That's all. Once you figure that out, then you can adjust your diet accordingly. Maybe switch some foods out. Instead of eating chips and French fries, go with banana or an apple. Something with lower calories with more of a benefit, and it still feels like you're eating. Number 3, get as much sleep as you can. That'll help your body reset. It's really good for you. And, a lot of people don't get enough sleep. What else? Oh, be active. Spend some time on your body, even if it's not like out there doing physical exercise for 2 hours a day. Just some stretches, maybe some yoga poses. It doesn't necessarily have to be going to the ground either. There's stuff you can do standing up. You can stretch out, standing up, put your leg on the steps and lean over, or just bend over and touch your toes. I think finding just a little bit of physical activity will help you feel better. Especially if you can incorporate it into a routine in the morning, kind of get you going and get you feeling good about yourself. Like, hey, I accomplished something already today. I think it's a really good thing. And then it'll become something that you don't want to sacrifice. Even if you're running late or something like that, it's like, nah, I still need to do this routine in the morning. It's that important to me. And you'll be doing it, on your off days too. You may be even taking like a little bit more time, getting into the stretches a little bit more when you're off, when you don't have work or school or something like that. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. That's probably good. But I just want to make that point. I'm not against people feeling good about themselves. Feel good about yourself, cool. It just, for me personally, it got to a point where I didn't feel good about myself. And I'm not saying I'm where I want to be right now even. I'd like to get to 170. Is that possible? I don't know. I may only be able to get to low 180s. It just depends on, because I do like to eat some, the other thing I want to talk about was like the keto diets and stuff. I think diets are terrible in general, because the most important thing is like you have to make a lifestyle change. However you got to that point in your life is because you were living a certain way. So if you want to lose weight or get in better shape, you have to change the way you're living. It has to be a lifestyle change. It's not going to be a diet, because if you don't change how you're living, once you get done with a diet, then you're just going to go right back to where you were at. And that's the thing about these keto diets and things, or the Atkins diet. You're changing. That's a lifestyle change. You're committing to a lifestyle change. You're not going to eat carbohydrates. That's a huge lifestyle change, whether you want to admit it or not. And you're focusing a lot on proteins, right? It's proteins and fats is where you're getting all your calorie input from. And like I said, the more protein you eat, the better it is, I think, for weight loss. The more you concentrate on that, it helps to build muscle. So if you are still working out or doing something like that, I think it's going to help your muscles. And I think it's going to help the weight loss too, just from personal experience. But when you commit to that keto diet, Atkins diet, you're committing to not eating bread, not eating cake. You're sitting there like, man, I'd like to have a pack of Oreo cookies. No, you can't do that. Well, what about this sugary beverage? Nope, can't have that either. About milk? No, I don't think so. There's a lot, because it'll throw you out of ketosis, and that's the most important thing. You have to be in this keto state. But really what you're doing is just eliminating a whole branch of calorie input that you're not allowing yourself to take in. And most of the time, if we're taking in too many calories, it's because of carbohydrates. That's all it is. Like if you could just say, all right, I'm going to cut my carbs in half. I'm going to eat what I'm eating now, but cut my carbohydrates in half. All right, I'll talk to you later.